Now, I took mine yesterday. All right. And I'm so glad you brought one. And I made you crack it open.
That's right, just for you, Shaun.
I'm sure somebody's going to pay for that, but it is not going to be me.
No, that's
this radio. There, look at this radio gig ain't paying that much. However, Virogo is really I love the product because I love what you did and why you created it. And then it was 2 years ago, right?
Yeah, 2 years.
2 years ago, we were at a smoker. I was freezing my ass off. Larry Elder was there. It was one of those lovely springtimes in Chicago. It was like 42 degrees. Remember that?
Yeah, I remember that, yeah.
And all of a sudden, my head was killing me. I wasn't feeling good. I was losing the voice. And you brought this over, and I think I drank a third of the bottle. I felt better. I've been on it ever since. Virogo, Dr. Michael Huber. You tell the rest of the story. I'm going to do a shot.
You go ahead, do a shot. That's Virogo, the immune enhancement cocktail. Boosts your immune system.
Yeah.
It also protects.
Got a little banana in it. I'm tasting banana now.
There's
Maybe
no
it's the
banana.
Snuck a banana in there.
Some people say cherry. Some people say cherry bananas, you know, but they're not in, no cherries and no bananas.
Yeah.
Just a mystery, you know.
It's really amazing. Well, it's the 23
natural ingredients that work synergistically. Each one has its own property, but when you put them together, you get this synergistic boom that makes it work even better. And that's why I designed it that way. And I designed it as a liquid because it's important for absorption. And it's your bitter taste receptors are your first defense in your body. That's where your immune system starts. By stimulating that with the flavor, it starts your immune system.
Now, I'm pretty sure my hair is thicker as a result. Have you done any testing?
Well, it looks better.
All right, good. I'm just painting my bald spot, as Squirrel always makes fun of me. But one of the things you were telling me is how many people are using it in the field. And you know, it's interesting. I smoke a lot of cigars, and I love smoking cigars, but you also worry about your mouth, right? You worry about your teeth. So when you first introduced me to it, you were telling me about a dentist that was making his patients swirl with it. Do you know that's how I do it? I swirl.
Yeah, it protects your gums from periodontal disease. It really kills all the little, what they call the red 3 bacteria that are dominant in periodontal disease. Virogo wipes it out.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah,
I mean, you know, I'm surprised I have any teeth in my head between the cigars and the punches in the face. But, you know, I really do feel when you do that, you feel it. You feel your
you
gums.
Can feel, you feel the tingle.
Yeah. I'm telling you, I love the product.
It works well, and not only that, if you're a diabetic or you have hypertension, those two diseases are chronic inflammatory diseases. Even though
arthritis.
Yeah, and arthritis. Virogo protects the organ damage that you get from high blood pressure, protects the kidneys, protects your heart, and if you're hypertensive and the kidneys are always destroyed with hypertension, it protects the little cells called the podocytes in your kidneys from being damaged, and protects your heart from damage of diabetes and from hypertension.
Well, what's interesting is it's a relatively new company.
Yeah.
I mean, you introduced it to me 2 years ago, but you didn't start working on it till COVID, right?
When the Delta virus, that real bad one, the first strain that came through.
I forgot track of my lies and fear-mongering. Was Delta 1 or 2 or 3?
Yeah. But Delta hit everybody pretty hard because nobody had an immunity to it, and it was a lab design. It was a bioweapon.
Of course it was. That little bastard Fauci financed it. He created a bioweapon, and Virogo kicked its ass. Well, I kicked its ass
Virogo really kicked its ass. And it works. Like
should really change the slogan. Virogo kicked COVID's ass with a finger to Fauci. You want me to work on that design? We got people
I love that one.
All right, I think it's so.
You know, it was the people were taking ivermectin and hydroxychloroquine with the Virogo, and my patients never went to the hospital. My patients didn't die, and it was a very effective, even without ivermectin and hydroxy. This kills viruses in 5 different ways. Ivermectin and hydroxy have 2 ways.
So I've got a cut on my board. And it's Bakari, who just quit. He was in Trump's team for the FDA. And he made a startling confession. I'll find it, it's a little hard, we're doing this now. But he made a startling confession of how the government covered up the death after the vaccine among kids.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
And if you were forced to take vaccine, listen, there are tens of millions, if not hundreds of millions of people that took it because they were forced to. Does this do anything to combat the
vaccine?
The vaccine, the spike protein,
Yeah.
the mRNA bull dung. I wouldn't go near that with a 10-foot pole.
Yeah, what we have in there is bromelain. Bromelain eats spike up. It digests it. If
So
it's
you could put
attached
on
to your
there,
cell,
and it kicks mRNA's ass too.
yeah, and
see,
not
we're
only
building a
that,
whole
see,
new label. Get your advertiser on the line.
the quercetin on there binds to the receptor binder domain on the spike and makes it unavailable to bind to your cells. So we got two things that kill spike. The bromelain and the quercetin, and actually a couple of them, leolotin and the other things that work against spike. Spike is a bad thing. Spike is what really makes you sick, not the virus. The virus is the delivery vehicle. It's like the missile, then the spike is the warhead.
Very aggravating circumstance we lived through for the last 5 years. However, the silver lining in all the abuses, it created some new products, some people like you who came up with new solutions, and it really developed into a nice little answer to so many problems. I have to tell you, I'm back and forth. I hate it, right? But I do it because I love to come to these events and the people. But, when you're getting on that plane, you're on that tube, I'm not a guy that takes a lot of pills. I don't take anything. This is what I take. And so far, so good. The 2 years since I've been taking it, you could count on your hands how many times I've had a sick day. First of all, I don't think I've ever taken one for a station, but I mean, feel sick. Every once in a while, I get the usual headache, but it's normally after I talk to somebody I'm related to who has a bill that needs to be paid.
Well, if you feel even a little bit, double the dose, and it's gone within hours. If you have a cold sore, on your tongue, you hold it on there.
Married for 27 years. I don't get a cold sore anymore. Those
If
days
you
are
hold
over.
it on your tongue
Been
there for a
Kryptonite
while,
for decades.
within 4 or 5 hours, the cold sore will be gone. That's how effective it is against the virus.
Now we found a new area, strippers. If you don't want a cold sore from a stripper, bring in a bottle of Virogo.
There you go.
I'll tell you, the advertising writes itself. It really
There we
does.
go.
Well, Dr. Huber, I love the fact you did it. Where's the best place for everybody to go and check out Virogo? And I can't help but notice in the yellow, did you up the percentage off of Virogo today?
I tell you,
only?
today for the 560 listeners, we're giving you, if you use the code CIGAR40, the listeners get 40% off rather than 30.
Now listen here, it says 45
That's
now.
for people here today
you
the people
in the
who come
discount.
in. People who come in get a little bit more.
Nice.
The people who are listening at home.
You were talking to Scott or E.J. Antoni, one of the financial guys. I like the way you work this out.
Yeah. The people here are getting 45% off today.
Wow.
That's unheard of. We've never done that before, but because of Shaun and Cigar Fest, we're doing that.
Yes, this is great.
And,
our girl here who I love to death, Amy, she's our advertising girl. I have a skincare company. When she bought my skincare, ask her how much I gave her off. Nothing. You'll get nothing off. You pay top dollar for it. I love what you're doing here.
And the listeners today, between
worry, I'll give you an extra one.
now and Sunday, you get 40% off if you use CIGAR40. CIGAR40 for your promo code. Till Sunday, you get 40% off rather than 30.
This is fantastic.
Yeah, just for Cigar Fest and Shaun, because Shaun does such a great job on the radio.
Well, listen,
he's a great American. He does so much for us.
You sell as many as you have to give me the free bottles. Let's not get crazy now. Don't be taking a haircut here. I don't want to get a tab. Anyway, I love what you do, and I love the product. It's kept the teeth in my head. Put that on the list. I'm giving you this for free.
Shaun's teeth. I'm going to put that on the website. We save Shaun's teeth.
I absolutely agree to it. Thanks again for coming out and for supporting all of us and introducing this to the
Thank you to the 560 listeners. They're fantastic.
Absolutely. It's filling up nicely. It's not too late to come out to Goldbert's and Pingree Grove. Get 45% off a bottle of Virogo in person.
In person, and 40%. If you go to the website and you're at home listening.
Give the website one more time.
Till Sunday. myvirogo.com. That's myvirogo.com.
312-642-5600. This time I promise when we get back from commercial, I'll take your calls.